How's it going, everyone? Good evening, good evening. Let me know how everything sounds. If I sound clear, you can hear me okay. The music sounds all right. If anything's too loud or too low, I can adjust. Hey guys, Space Dragon, Fox, Pizza, how you guys doing? I'm gonna make an announcement on Discord really quick. Okay. Pizza, thank you. Furious, how's it going? Fox, Sleepy. Did you say it was 3 a.m. for you? Is that who I saw? Yeah. Yeah, it must be pretty sleepy. Mechagodzilla. How's it going? I'm new here. Welcome, welcome. Velociraptor fan. Hello, you're in game right now. Cool. How's it going in there? Pizza, today I'm feeling pretty sleepy. Work has been a while and I got another 2 hours. Hopefully that goes by pretty quick for you. Crystal Ford, do you think Tropeo or other flyers will have an AI version of itself? I'm not sure. My impression was that every dinosaur will have like a AI version of themselves on the island, but I'm not sure. So you might want to catch Islanders next stream and see if you can ask. Islander are furious. Playing the stress test now. Worth the Patreon support. Thanks. Oh, there you go, Crystal. There's an answer for you. Struggling for food. Okay. So it's been a little bit, but we are going to make some progress tonight. I'm working on the low poly for the Tropeo, as you can see. There's a few changes from what I was doing last time we were on. Mostly like around this area, I was trying to figure out how to handle the corner of the mouth here better. I'm not sure if I like it 100%, but we'll keep it moving. Maybe I can find, I'll settle on a different solution later on, but for right now, I think this will work. I was working very boxy before, if you all remember. So now I'm just starting to add some of the like more natural forms to actually make it look like, you know, a dinosaur. I mean, a pterosaur instead of a big box or like a PS1 Tropeo. So that's what I've been doing here on the face. I didn't start the wings or anything as I wanted to share that with y'all. So we can start that here. All right, let's see what we can do. I'm going to extrude this part. Something is up with my views here. I think I misaligned something. Because these are not lining up how they should. -1. Thanks for the donation. Thanks so much. We miss you, Rar. How are you doing these days? I'm doing pretty well. Yeah, I've been kind of, not because I'm like sick or anything. It's just my schedule has been a little out of whack. But I'm hoping it'll settle down here soon and the streams will be more regular. I missed, what was it, Saturday stream because I was recovering from my LASIK stuff, my LASIK surgery. So that's why we didn't do a Saturday stream. But I'm doing really well now. Thank you for asking. Mecca, it's very detailed. Thank you. It'll get even more detailed soon once we get past this phase of the low poly. So I got, if you guys want to, so I have a secondary view right here that's like more like shaded like a normal model would be, so you can kind of see it evolve here. But you can kind of see what I'm doing. I'm just extruding the wing, the arm, not the wing membrane, just the arm. Desone. He can see now, in other words. Yes, I can see. I can see unaided. It's been very weird. Very strange experience. I've had glasses majority of my life, right? Since I was in 7th grade. I think that's when I got, no. I got them when I was in 3rd grade. I had my first pair of glasses. So not having to have them has been really cool, and just like something to get used to, you know? "2010 vision." I keep on like reaching to adjust my glasses, but there's nothing there. That's like the funniest part of it. Rumble, LASIK went well. I have my vision, according to, I mean, I have a checkup coming up on Friday to see how everything's going, but they said that everything went like really super well. Procedure went off without a hitch, and my eyes responded very well. And I should be able to see even better than I would. My vision now is better than what I had with glasses on, basically. Pizza. We're in frames just to feel nostalgic. Yeah. Rumble. I mean, the first few hours after the surgery were kind of rough. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just very irritated, right? Like, it felt like you know that feeling when you have like an eyelash stuck in your eye or something. Or for those of you who have worn contact lenses, like when your contact like gets misaligned in your eye or something. That's kind of what it felt like. Just a lot of like something's in my eye feeling, and it just would not stop. Like, so they're very watery, very, very uncomfortable. But that's why they suggest that you just try to fall asleep afterwards. So I managed to fall asleep, and after I woke up, they were okay. It wasn't too bad. And then the next day, it was almost like it was completely normal. And I feel pretty normal now. I have to constantly do eye drops and stuff just to help them heal. But otherwise, I'm good. Yeah, -1 on Friday. That's when that happened. But yeah, I think aside from that, I don't plan on doing anything else in my schedule, so we should be pretty consistent from here on out with the streams. Tell us, how does it feel to be Superman? How does it feel to see like a normal person? Feels pretty good. Rumble, all of your models have looked awesome in game, by the way. Oh, thanks. I actually haven't had a chance to jump in. Need to do that soon. But thank you. I'm glad you guys are able to jump around and get in there, you know? Yeah, pizza. Aside from the like irritation afterwards, that it's been pretty smooth sailing. I mean, having to constantly put eye drops in, you have to be really diligent about that. That was kind of more what worried me, is like whether I'd be able to keep that super consistent, because it really helps your eyes heal. But other than that, I've been pretty happy. Minus, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope she's doing. Hope your grandmother's doing okay. It's good that you're there to help her. Okay, so now he's got wings, he's got arms, he's got legs. This is what's crazy about working on pterosaurs, is like when you're modeling, you have to get so far out to see the whole model, because the wingspan takes up so much room. All right. I'm gonna have a little bit of maybe getting ahead of myself just a little bit, but I'm gonna add in the eyes and probably some of the teeth, just so it could start to feel a little bit more complete. I think that'll be fun. UV sphere, yeah. So we'll do this just to set. I wonder if I should rotate it or not. We'll rotate it for now, and then we'll add a modifier. And then mirror this over. So we got those in there, and then we'll start working on some teeth. Minus for sure. Thank you for being here, despite all what's going on there. I'll do my best to show you a good model here. Hey Rar, I need you to punch Void for me. I don't know what your deal with Void is. You have to catch him in the game. Let me modify. I'm gonna modify this just a little bit. I like one cool thing about doing this in Blender, especially now that I'm a little bit more familiar with the sculpting tools, is that you can really start to like I can work on the low poly for a little bit, and then I can jump into sculpting mode and then start to really dial in shapes and get them nice and formed up, you know? That's something that, well, it would in ZBrush you could of course sculpt, but it would just be very hard to get the level of control over the low poly that I would need. And here I can do sort of both. So it's been really nice. So that will go there. It's clipping through right now, but we'll fix that once we get a little bit more resolution. Okay, let's get some teeth on this guy. These are the eyes. I gotta make sure I'm labeling stuff while I'm in here. That way I don't get confused. We will group this. Okay, Mecha, see you. Thanks for stopping by. I said I was gonna add teeth, and I just jumped back into the sculpt. Here we go. Teeth. We'll start the teeth with. We'll start out with a cube, like everything else. Yeah. Oh. Did I add that? I think I added it into the Tropeo model. Now we can add it. I'll do one and then I'll just duplicate it around. get the general shape of it. Thanks, Velociraptor. Well, yeah, we'll see if he pops in. Rumble going to grab some food? Sure. I'll see you when you get back. Snow leopard, how long have I been doing creature art for? That's a good question. I mean, professionally, it's hard to gauge when I started that stuff. I would say at least almost 10 years now. I've been drawing creatures and stuff all my life, though. But if you're talking about just like jobs and stuff, been around 10 years. It'll be 10 years next year, so 9. And majority of that stuff has been dinosaurs, really. I do some fun creature designs on my own. Every now and then. Monsters and fun stuff like that. Dragons. But majority of my professional stuff has been dinosaur related. Now that's a tooth. It is a tooth. It is a very blocky tooth. But that's how we want it right now. Just very simple, nice and low poly. And then we'll add as much detail as we need later. So we have one tooth. I'm actually gonna UV this, I think, because I don't want to go. I'm not sure if I want to go through the trouble of like UVing it later. At least if I UV it right now, I'll have a seam I can work with, and I won't have to manually add it to everything later on, you know? Delete those. Lil Sifa. Welcome. Do you ever try to make cryptids? Yeah. I actually, for the longest time, I wanted to do like a cryptid sketchbook. Just like kind of like a mini art book, you know? I do like cryptids. I think they're fun. Fun opportunity to do lots of cool stuff with. I still might do that. That's still one of the goals that I have for myself. So that could be something I'll probably think about that. Maybe that's a project I'll do on my own stream soon. But I have a lot of creature stuff that has basically like never seen the light of day. Like a lot of stuff. So I kind of want to get through a lot of that. And then gradually like make my way to some of the other ideas I have. I have a bad habit of like starting stuff and then not, like personal work, starting stuff and then not finishing it. I think a lot of artists have that issue, but I don't know. It's kind of starting to bother me now, especially like considering how close a lot of my work is to being done. Like it's so close, like it's 90% there, and then I just kind of lose interest in it. So I need to be better about that stuff. Oh, thanks, Pizza. Yeah, I'm working on something. Maybe in the new year, like soonish in the new year, I'll get a stream going of my own work. Because I think it's important that I like try to get some of that out there and like dedicate a little bit of time to my own stuff, you know? I think it's healthy as an artist to do that. I'm just gonna give this a quick unwrap. That way, when I unwrap the rest of them, I don't have to deal with trying to make a new having to like individually make seams is what I'm trying to say. I think I need to something's going on with my layout here. I think I might have scaled it wrong or something. Because the views don't line up exactly as I'd like them to. I mean, they're not going to be exact because I hand drew them. I thought I did a decent job of lining them up, though. There we go. So we got one tooth. Pizza, good night. Or, sorry, were you saying good night, Pizza? Oh, Colin. What's my YouTube channel? It should just be if you just look up RAR art, here, I'll find it for you. Because my name's like the same everywhere. Like I just keep it RAR on YouTube, on Instagram, on every place. So, should be fairly easy to find. I'll post it. I'll post it in the chat. I have a few things on there right now, but nothing, not a ton. I hope that takes you to the right place. Okay. So we actually don't have a ton of teeth on this guy. Like they're considerably like prominent, right? But they're not like actually a lot. Kind of surprising. Thanks, Pizza. Yeah, I have a lot more. Like I pretty much record everything. All of the work that I've done, I've recorded. It's just there's a lot of videos, and I don't have. I'm really bad at like editing them. So I just have piles and piles of videos. So I need to get all that stuff out there too. That's why I think a stream would be nice, because it would just be on the channel no matter what, right? So I wouldn't really have to record all the process. It would just be there. And like these days, I started recording my stuff like a long time ago, like many years ago. But these days, because of AI, you kind of, if you're an artist, it's a pretty good idea to record your stuff. Just to like, maybe not everything, but like a few of your images every now and then. I think it's good to do that, just because you have people online who will try to say that you're using AI when you're really not. And if you have something recorded, it's really easy to disprove that stuff. Okay, so we got top row of teeth here. See how it looks. And then we'll just mirror these over. So So we got the full effect. Pretty nasty looking, right? It'll look better later, of course. It looks very blocky now, but we'll get it there. Oh yeah, for sure, pizza. Fortunately, I mean, I haven't run into many people who are like rude enough to do that, but if they do, I got it ready. A dentist's worst nightmare. Taldo, thank you. I'm just gonna call you Ack because I can't pronounce that many A's. But thank you, thanks a lot. So this should be mirroring to the other side automatically. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So we got the teeth. We'll just keep them there. I'll probably like reposition them a lot later. Okay. So now I gotta... We can do the wing membrane, maybe? Or I could do the feet and the fingers. I'm wondering if I should actually angle it or if I should keep it like this, very horizontal. Because in my drawing, the legs are slightly lower. But I don't think I want to do that. I think I should just keep it on the same level. What do you find is the most difficult when starting a new model? That is a good question. There's so many things that can like complicate a model. I think maybe the hardest thing sometimes is just like deciding where to start, like the way to start, like because you could do it so many ways. Like you could start with a base mesh like I did here and then take it into ZBrush and then work the concept from there. Or you can start with a concept drawing like I did. I feel like like I've learned a lot of ways to go about how to do things, how to make art, which is really cool. I like variety, of course, but sometimes it can be a little overwhelming because there's so many ways that you can do something. So just deciding on the order of operations, you know, like the way to approach it is sometimes the hardest part. Depends on the model too, because like sometimes there are models that are just very obvious, like the way you should go about it, like it'll just lend itself to a certain way of doing things much easier. And then there's models that are just very weird and you have no idea how to go about I think one of the models that I did that was kind of like that was I did a T-Rex. It was like a T-Rex samurai for Kyoryu, if you are familiar with that. I did concept art and I did the model for the dad T-Rex that was like, it's a T-Rex, but he's got samurai armor like built into his body. But I'd never done anything like that. I mean, of course I've worked on T-Rex before. But the armor part, like trying to like figure out how to integrate that into his body and like how to actually achieve it in the model and make it look like the concept that I did, that was pretty hard. But it turned out pretty well. Pony Rocks. Yes, I worked on Yama and Tori and the like Dimetrodon that like eats his babies, I think, for that animation. No, I don't know how to rig. I mean, I do know how to rig. Very, very basic stuff. It would not be usable for a game model. So I leave that to the professionals. Gotta figure out how I want to set this up. Trying to set myself up for success here. Yeah, we'll try and get this working. I'm going to save this really quick. That way I can just come back to this state before. Actually, maybe I should. I'm going to duplicate this mesh. So in case I screw up, I can come back to this version of the mesh. But this area here is where I'm going to make a decision. That's where I'm going to extrude the fingers from. So it's going to be this shape. We have 3 fingers, so I need 3 cuts. So we're going to start with a shape like this. I think that's how I've done it in the past. I'm trying to remember. This isn't the first pterosaur I've done, but it's been a long time. I'm trying to remember how I figured out this area before. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other models I've done that were very, very challenging. I did this dragon one time for, I don't think I can talk about the game, but I did a dragon. It was this really complicated water dragon. It had fins popping out everywhere. Fins and scales and spines and spikes. And that was very hard. That was probably the hardest model I've ever done. I was very stressed out about it. But it turned out really well, I think. I might need to look into if I can share that or not. I'm not sure if I actually want to though, because there were some problems with that project. I'm going to inset these. These are going to become our fingers. Yeah, blockout phase. Can be stressful. For me, a blockout like this, right? Can be stressful because I feel like everything needs to kind of feel optimized, because I don't want to redo a lot of work, right? In all likelihood, this mesh is going to be the low poly mesh that goes into the game, so I want it to be very nicely constructed. So if I mess up an area, if I mess up the edge flow in this area, for example, that I'm working on right now, then I have to go back and redo stuff, and that can add a lot of pressure. Am I doing this right? I don't know if I'm doing that right. See, it's now that I say that, it's starting to happen for real. I don't think the anatomy of pterosaurs works like this anymore. I think their fingers are actually their fingers don't lie in the same plane as their, like, it's hard to describe. Basically, I'm doing it incorrectly. It's not anatomically correct, but let me double check. Maybe I'm fine. I might be fine. Pizza, when you do your personal work, is there a specific area or style of cryptid monsters you tend to gravitate to? Like Western European, American, Eastern. I'm kind of all over the place. Like all over the world. If it essentially, like, if it sounds cool, I'm very interested in it. Like, I mean, there's like, of course, there's like Nessie. There's like Mokele Mbembe, which is African. There's a few. There's like Ogopogo. Champ in Lake Champlain. Lots of the sea serpents are really interesting. Like, of course, because I mean it's reptiles, right? What else is cool? There is a cryptid that is. I was looking at cryptids that are like cryptids in every state, essentially. Because I thought it'd be cool to do like a little series like that. And I found some cool ones. I can't remember the name of it though. There's like this big stingray looking thing that's like supposed to be in a lake in the Pacific Northwest somewhere, I think. I can't remember the name of it though. But that was interesting. Yeah, so lots of stuff. Sun Snow, making it look easy. It took me months to get a pterosaur sculpt right. It's just because I've done pterosaurs so many times. I think I am going to do it like I'll construct the fingers this way. Technically, it's not anatomically correct because the bones of the wrist don't work like this. They don't stack on top of each other like, you know, horizontally like this. I don't believe. There is somebody that I can ask about it. I've been told from doing models incorrectly before that this is the wrong way to do it. But visually, I think it'll end up with the same result, essentially. It's just like I have to keep in mind how everything is oriented. Okay. So yeah, I think I'll do it this way for now. I have heard of that pizza. Those are pretty interesting too. Those would be fun to sculpt, to design and sculpt. So these would be the hands. Yeah, I'll have to look it up, pizza. I forgot because I was looking up like lake monsters or like lake cryptids in every state, or like all of the lake cryptids that there are, I guess. And yeah, one of them was like some crazy manta ray thing. I can't remember what its name is. But you might be right. It's some sort of humanoid manta ray thing. Stingray thing. Have I ever struggled with burnout? Unfortunately, I think so. It's kind of hard to tell, right? Because like I don't know exactly what burnout feels like for everybody, right? I mean, there's no way I would be able to, but for me, I felt very just like overwhelmed. Like I had so many things to do and just not enough energy to do it all. This was a long time ago, like a couple of years ago. And it also had to do with like I was in a pretty bad, like I was on a bad project that took a lot of time, like a serious amount of time, and it was just falling apart. And I just realized that my time was not appreciated, and like the people that were around me were just like using me to like basically just like I was like a workhorse for them to just because I was very hungry at the time. Like I really wanted a certain opportunity and I really wanted to do a good job at it, and they saw that I wanted to do a good job and that I really wanted it, and they kind of took advantage of that enthusiasm, right? So I did a ton of work, and it was basically for nothing. And that combined with just like the overwhelming amount of work that I had on me was very like demoralizing, and it kind of stopped me from. I felt like a lot of my work that I was doing around that time really sucked. Like I was not putting my best foot forward. I was very slow, like I was very sluggish because I just didn't feel like working at all. Like it took so much energy for me to like just like pull myself to my desk and work on stuff, you know. It was a really rough time. But I think that had more to do with, if I hadn't been involved with that project, I think I would have been fine. It's just like feeling like all the work over like the past, like I think it was like almost 2 years of work just gone, just like not worth anything. It was rough. And also not just the work, right? But like knowing that there are people out there who like will take advantage of your enthusiasm and your skill and like just lead you to believe that there's like a certain outcome that they know you want so bad, and they use it against you to like get you to do stuff. It's just very scummy, you know, and it felt horrible to know that there's people out there like that. I mean, I you always hear stories about people like that in the industry. I think any industry has it, but I think the entertainment industry is probably, like music and like acting probably has it much more. But there are people like that in art and design too. And I had heard stories about it, but I guess maybe I thought I was being super careful, or maybe I just felt like I'd never have to deal with it, but I sure did. But yeah, it's a rough one. How did I get myself out of that? I think just taking time to like I think it's such a hard balance, because you do need to take time. I did need to take time to like step away, and I did take a bit of a break from making a lot of stuff. But at the same time, I didn't want to take too long of a break, because I didn't want to like I didn't want to get stuck in that habit either of just like not facing it, right? I feel like my personal work helped a lot to get over that. Like really just thinking about stuff that I wanted to do because I found it very fun. Like taking time to devote, because so much of my effort had gone to something else, right? I think just taking time to do something that I wanted to do just for the sake of me wanting to do it helped a lot. So I did take some time to do that. And then just making sure that you're working with really, really cool people that truly appreciate what you're working toward. That was a big, that helps a lot. Game looks so fun. Can't wait to play it. Good luck on the animating. Oh, thank you. I won't be animating this, but I'm excited to see it be animated. Pizza. I used to have a friend in Japan who swears he saw one. in real life. It was interesting to hear their story about the yokai experiences. Oh, that's awesome, Pizza. That would be great to hear. Really interesting stuff. Thank you. That's very relatable to my current situation. Really appreciate you taking the time to answer. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, I don't want to be like too much of a downer because it's like it is a rough situation. And I can easily probably spiral. So the good thing about it is I did learn to be way more assertive, like before that whole experience I was very timid, I would just let things slide, right? Because you want the job, right? You want to do the work, and you don't want to be a problem, and you don't want to, because you're, deep down, I was afraid that I would lose that opportunity, right? They would just find somebody else, and all that stuff if I was being too complainy, too whiny. But it's really not you're I think that whole situation made me very aware of when things are going wrong, I should have a voice and speak up about it. Not let myself be pushed around and stuff like that. So, I mean, kind of a crummy situation, but at least, there are some positives that come about from it. Okay, so I think that's a good enough structure. If I have to, if it ends up, I'm going to check with my friend. If it ends up that I need to change this, I can always reuse some of this geometry and just reorient it, I think. And it should be fine. But he's got fingers now. So this part here, from this area down, will fold up for the wing. I think I can quickly make this membrane right here. This little one in front. And I'll just inset it. And then we'll move it. Right here. Vader, thank you. I mean, there's so many different species to look forward to. Like I'm looking forward to swimming around and like ambushing people as the Peru. Flying around as the Tropeo is going to be so cool. I really love flying in games. Yeah, there's a lot to look forward to with the game. So I got that membrane there. It is a little thick, but there are on pterosaurs there are these like air sacs inside the wing that kind of make it. The pterosaur wing is like it's much thicker than you think it is. It's not just like a little sheet of paper, you know, that's just strung between the arms. It's actually does have some decent amount of thickness because of these air sacs that are inside of it. I will watch the skies. I'll watch out for you. If you could get into like mid-air battles, that would be kind of cool. Like if you've seen like eagles, how they like, you probably couldn't do that as a pterosaur because they don't have talons, but some sort of equivalent where like they like clash with their talons and like spin. Something that would be interesting. Like some like dog fights between pterosaurs in the air. Spartan. Yeah, Peru's going to be fun for that reason. I'm excited for the day you start work on Spino, my favorite dino. Oh, really? Okay. Is it? Desone? It could be like a courtship thing. But I also thought it was like a territorial thing. They did co-opt that like for what is it? Dragons of Fantasy Made Real. If you guys remember that what would they call it? It's like a documentary, but not a documentary. The dragons in there did that for like courtship, but I thought it was like both. I thought it could be both, but I might be mistaken. Okay, so we are getting there. We're getting close. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta do a round of eye drops. Be right back. Okay. The Sone, I looked it up. Apparently, they also do it for territorial disputes and throw the weaker male to the ground. Okay, cool. Thanks for looking it up. Yeah, that is pretty brutal. I don't know what you could do that would be like equivalent to that for a pterosaur, but it would be interesting. Midair combat. So okay, I'm gonna try to extrude. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to extrude it, but I'm gonna start the groundwork for this wing membrane. Maybe neon. That could be an option. I don't know. I'm just having like what is it called? Just daydreaming, you know. Daydreaming about cool stuff you could do in the game. I do that a lot. Thinking about cool things that games haven't done or could do. Why can't I? There we go. There's the inset. So we got the inset for the wing membrane, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the wing membrane separately. And then I'm going to stitch it to the model in this area. So I'm just kind of doing the prep work, and then we'll do a little bit of stitching to get the actual membrane in here. Puru is a very big boy. Onyx, how's it going? Rar's my favorite dev. Low-key looks like Ishiro Sarazawa. I have a friend who would think that is very... He would find that very funny. So I gotta kind of untangle this stuff is the only bad thing. Because it's so narrow in here. This little area. I gotta be very careful. It's not good. That's why you take a screenshot of chat. True. I might actually do that. Frost, welcome. How will you deal with herbivores and carnivores mixed packing? I think what Islander and Furious were talking about is there's going to be like an anxiety sort of mechanic where like dinosaurs that are not in their are mixed packing, basically, as you said, they will suffer like some sort of anxiety status, or like they'll get sick, basically. So I think that should encourage people to stay away from each other. Like dinosaurs that aren't meant to be together won't be together as a result. It would, I don't know. Thinking about it, this is just me thinking about it. I'm not a dev in that sense, right? I just make the models. But I think it would have to be like a pretty severe debuff to keep people from wanting to mix pack. Because if it's just like a mild, like general thing, I think it won't be enough to keep people separated. So I feel like it would have to be pretty harmful to prevent people from doing that. But I don't know. I trust Furious and Islander are gonna make the right decisions, and they're gonna figure it out. Because it is a problem. It's a problem for a lot of games, I think, in this genre. I think it breaks. I think it breaks like suspension of disbelief, right? It breaks immersion when that happens. Maybe there's like some groups of animals that like benefit each other from mix packing. Like I think you could see like certain types of herbivores living together, like a dryad, like, I don't know, maybe like a small herbivore with like the Tyrannosaurus. They could live together and have a beneficial relationship. But yeah, like a T-Rex living in a herd of Ouranosaurus doesn't make sense. Thanks, pizza. Onyx. Kivarstra, how's it going? I think I might change my name to that. That'll be my new, like, on Discord, online, anywhere. I'm just gonna be Raul Sarazawa. That's how it'll be. I think it sounds good. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna start this wing here. Actually, I'm just gonna do it as a plane because I don't want. I'll add thickness later, so I don't need the bottom half of this. I'll just do a plane. Any idea what the biggest dino you and the team plan on adding? You know, I don't know. Not off the top of my head. I mean, we got some pretty big carnivores, right? Spino. I think we do have a T-Rex. There was like a size chart. You can probably find it in the Discord, and you should be able to see what we got going on in there as far as sizes go, because I think they're all scaled to each other. How big will Tropeo be once completed? We can see right here. What's his? Well, you can see the scale here compared to a human. So pretty big. I think the wingspan is. We can check here because this model is actually scaled to the right size, I think. 8 meters? No, I can't be right. If I get a cube. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. So it's got like it's got like a 9 meter wingspan, if I'm doing my math right. How is development currently? You mean just like overall? I think we're doing pretty well. I mean, as far as I am concerned, things are going pretty well. I'm a little bit ahead of the curve, I think, according to what Furious and Islander have said. Like, I'm a little bit ahead of everyone as far as like getting models done, so that's good news, right? But I think we're all doing okay. That might be more of an Islander question than for me, to be honest, but seems like we're doing all right. I should check Discord. Frankly, I'm more excited for herbivores. I think that'll actually be really fun. I have never had the experience of like being in a big herd of herbivores. I tried, like we tried to form a herd in the Isle a couple times. There was never enough people. I feel like you need like a decent amount of people, right? To like feel like there's a nice big herd going. That would be really fun. So we got this wing membrane. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add thickness to this wing membrane and then stitch it to the rest of the body. And that's how we'll get the wing. We'll do it to this area too. Big sauropod fanboy. That would be awesome. I think we do have some sauropods. They're not like the big ones, like a Apatosaurus, I think. But I'm not sure. Maybe we do. But that would be cool, a big sauropod herd. Spartan, there's 4. So, okay, Mosasaurus, Europasaurus, Bajatosaurus, and Diplo. Okay, cool. So Diplodocus is pretty big. Europasaurus is really cool. Yeah, realism servers, big herds are incredibly fun when done right. Yeah. I feel like they would be. Because you'd be like all together, moving around, looking out for each other. It would be fun. I mean, it would be fun as a carnivore too, trying to like infiltrate a herd. But I think, yeah, it'd be an interesting challenge on both sides. I'm a scientist. I actually did want to be a scientist. I wanted to be, if I hadn't have gone to art school, I would have gone to school to study evolutionary biology. That was plan B, to be a scientist. I think I'm going to merge these. Yeah, I'm going to merge these. But I got to cut this wing here. So I'm going to merge that. So we get this nice distribution here. Okay, you guys gotta, if you figure out the lore, I will educate myself on it, and maybe I'll read it on stream or something. Pizza Hands. I wanted to be an entomologist when I was a kid, then ended up in law enforcement for 5 years. So I feel you. Entomology is really cool. I've tried. So there are a few creature designs that I started that are like insect based. And I went to like a deep dive into insect anatomy, specifically like focusing on the jaws, like the jaw structure and how all that works. It was so hard to find references. What did I do? I did a study of a stag beetle. It was really hard. And then I was doing a kaiju design based off of a wasp. And I ended up just like going down the rabbit hole of like wasp anatomy and like everything to do with wasps. And I never got to the kaiju design part. It was just all wasp education. But it was really hard. I mean, I know a bit of the like structure of their jaws, you know, because of that. It's all been really interesting, but it's still like really complicated. I feel like I need way better references than I was able to find online. There's a really cool 3D sculptor that he streams on ZBrush's official channel sometimes. His name's Eric Keller, and he sculpts really very, very intricate, very accurate bug models. So I've learned a lot from him. He's really cool, really chill guy. So we got that little leg webbing there. It's all in the Discord. Oh, really? The scorpion jaws are super interesting. Scorpions are another one that I wanted to I just wanted to do a study of them, like just a really nice sculpture of a scorpion, just to learn about their anatomy. But yeah, I had no idea their jaws were like that. That's really cool. What's my favorite insect? I mean, I think mantises are really, really interesting. Different types of beetles, like the horn beetles, are really cool looking. Okay. Let's see how this looks. We had to add a mirror modifier into this too. So he's got some wings. The semblance of some wings. They are currently paper thin, but we'll get some thickness to them soon. Let's see. Let's check them out in this view, because I don't want to see the wireframe. We should smooth it out too. I gotta do the toes, but it's mostly there. I mean, toes, we gotta attach the wing membrane to the body. Other than that, I think it's mostly there. And then we'll add a few subdivisions to the base mesh. Kabuto beetles. Yeah. Do you have any like mounted specimens? I know I kind of always wanted one of like some kind of beetle. I have a friend who does them. He pins butterflies, like not like super exotic ones or anything like that, but just the ones that he's able to find in his area near home. But that's kind of an interesting skill that I would like to try. I think so. I've been. I used to go to the Denver Museum of Nature and Science a lot, and I think I was able to go. Like they would take us behind, into their collection. Behind everything else. I think actually their collection's like below ground. So we would go down there and study lots of comparative anatomy stuff. But I think they were saying that I think the Denver Museum of Nature and Science has like the world's or at least America's largest like beetle collection or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. Can you TM me the lore? Sure, you can. I mean, you want to do it on Discord? If you guys, take your time. Take your time. No rush. No rush. So I'm wondering if I should add his little ear here. Because it's just going to get covered by fur anyway. But I'm wondering if it's worth sculpting in or not. I'm not sure. Pizza, do you ever want to try to go back into it? Like try to go back to school for that or anything? Do you think you ever would want to? Sometimes I feel like I should maybe like go back to school. Maybe just get some sort of like just more knowledge on maybe paleontology. I did want to be a paleontologist for a long time. I don't know. I feel like some sort of secondary education in animal anatomy or biology would be good. But at the same time, I don't want to go back to school and then like have more like student loans and junk like that. That would not be fun. I would go through the specimen room and see all of the dissected and preserved animals, pin bugs, and other really cool stuff kids had to pay to play with. So you got to see all that for free. Did I see the latest research on Diplodocus? They found a plate-shaped melanosomes. Yeah, I was seeing that. The sort of reddish, like rusty red coloration. I did see. I didn't read it. if there's like a paper published about it, but I have seen the images associated with it. That's really cool. I wonder if because if they can do it with Diplodocus, I'm assuming they had preserved Diplodocus skin. I'm not sure if we have any preserved T-Rex skin, but it'd be awesome if they could do it to larger like theropods. I wonder if they could actually do it to Eutyrannus. Maybe not the skin, but we have preserved feathers on Eutyrannus, right? So maybe they could do it there and see what color it was. Oh, so, Lubikit, am I thinking of the wrong thing then? Because I saw something about a sauropod with like reddish skin. Is that not Diplodocus? Where did I see it? Oh, I see what it's saying. It's saying that because of the shape of the melanosomes that a lot of different skin colors are possible, maybe? Disowning. Let's see. I think the image they had reddish skin, but that's not quite what the research found. Plate-shaped melanosomes mean bright colors, which could be red, but it depends on the skin structure above. I see what you got. I actually don't. Did you send it to me on Discord? Maybe you gotta friend me. Oh. My gosh, this is huge. It's like a full story. I'll read the final statement because it seems like the TLDR, right? So Rar is Raul Sarazawa. Raul Sarazawa is Ishiro Sarazawa. Ishiro Sarazawa is every Sarazawa ever born. All Sarazawas are reincarnations of Raul, and the cycle continues indefinitely, driven by biology, kaiju cryptids, and dinosaur mastery. He is canon by cosmic inevitability. I gotta read. Okay, I will read this, but I gotta read it. I gotta read it later because it's a lot. Oh man. That's pretty good. And what a good way to end the evening. So this is where we are with the Tropeo tonight, right? So we got most of it done. Just need his toesies. And we gotta attach his wings to his body. Majority of it's there, and then like some refinements, but we're almost ready to sculpt on him in ZBrush, so he's getting there. He's getting there for sure. We'll save this. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for keeping me entertained. And yeah, we're on track for Saturday, so I should be back on stream working on more Tropeo stuff Saturday. So if you guys want to drop by, check it out, feel free. You have to remind me about that next stream. Thanks, guys. I'll see you Saturday, okay? Bye-bye.